Hey guys, welcome to another reading. So let's do today. I'm going to do masculine energies and the feminine energies with maybe a few different questions. So you could be in a relationship right now, or you could have broken up, or you are just not talking to each other. It could be for any of the situations. So let's see. What is the current energy of your relationship? What is the current energy of your relationship at this point? Nine of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety, overthinking. Knight of Pentacles. Something is stagnant there. And Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands is the overall energy. So there is something which has happened which is creating a lot of anxiety, overthinking. Things are not moving obviously, and it is something to do with consistency. Things are not consistent here, even though there is a lot of attraction that I see. You both feel a lot of attraction towards each other. One of you could be an avoidant attachment style that could be causing this. Yeah, commitment is an issue here. The Fool. Somebody doesn't want to take a risk here. And Strength. So lack of courage. Somebody doesn't have the risk-taking capacities. They are scared to do anything, and that is probably causing this anxiety. Even though there is a lot of spark that I see in between the two of you, things are not moving. There's an imbalance of giving and receiving. Maybe one person is constantly giving in to this connection, the other person is only receiving. Okay, so let's see, how does the masculine truly feel about the feminine? How does the masculine truly feel about the feminine? Okay, Eight of Wands. We're going to take 6 cards. Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Judgment, Death, and Four of Swords. Star is the overall energy. There is definitely a very strong spiritual connection that the masculine feels with the feminine, but at the same time, he feels that he has to think it through. He is missing her. He is, wanting this connection, but being very cold, not willing to make any decisions based on their heart, whatever their heart is telling them. They want a new beginning here, but at the same time, there is some issue with the communication. They want to communicate. How does the masculine see the feminine here? Because I see some sort of awakening happening here, some sort of realization. Page of Wands. The Empress, how they see the feminine, and Nine of Wands. They see the feminine as somebody who's very spiritual. High Priestess is the overall energy. So somebody who's very spiritual, somebody who is nurturing, caring, who is this epitome of beauty, okay? Somebody who, she's like this light, and, for the moths, she can just create her own reality. It's the charm that she carries around with her. She's very guarded at this time is also another thing. And she is exhausted with whatever is happening. That's how he's seeing the feminine at this point. But when it comes to feelings, he definitely feels that she is a catch. She's somebody who holds great value. She is somebody he feels a very strong connection with, probably a past life connection, a spiritual soulmate kind of a connection is what I feel from this so far. But at the same time, he's not willing to think from his heart about it. All right. What does the masculine want from this relationship? What does the masculine want from this relationship at this point? Four of Wands. He wants stability. He sees this as a connection worth having for the rest of his life. Six of Wands. Okay, I'll take this one. Page of Swords. And one more, the Lovers. It's all about twin flame energy here, if you believe in that. But if not, just let's stick to a very, very strong connection where you feel very attracted towards this other person. You're like super attracted. So what he wants from the connection, this points quite towards marriage. This points quite towards a stable connection where you overcome all the obstacles. It's about celebration. He wants to celebrate life with the feminine here. The only catch here is this Page of Swords, where he is in this immature energy. He doesn't want to see beyond the problem. He doesn't want to see how to fix it. He just keeps focusing on the problem, not the solution. And that is the issue here. All right, let's see what are the strengths of this connection. What are the strengths of this connection as per the masculine? Strength. Knight of Swords and Two of Wands. So the strengths of this connection, no matter how big the blow has been, no matter how difficult the situation has been, you are able to come back and kind of work it out. You are able to deal with it. You have the courage to deal with it. You pick yourself up, you pick the relationship up from wherever it was, when it got into whatever trouble it did get into. But strength is about a lot of courage and compassion. So those are the biggest strengths, that no matter what happens, you come back, you get up and you start where you left. Let's see what are the challenges as per the masculine. What are the challenges as per the masculine in this connection? Six of Cups, Knight of Cups. Are you serious? King of Pentacles. The challenges here are that, so work could be one of the challenges. Maybe one of you is too busy, too occupied to be able to give this some time. Money, finances could be another thing which is associated with work here. But commitment is the biggest challenge. Maybe this person, King of Pentacles, is an energy of somebody who has a lot of responsibility. This person could be married. There could be children involved. So those are the obstacles here that I see. But other than that, I feel the commitment or the stability in the marriage is the main obstacle in this connection, the main challenge here. Okay. Let's see how does the masculine think the communication can be improved in this connection. The Fool, Eight of Swords, Three of Wands. The only way to improve the communication is by being patient. Maybe there is somebody who becomes very who acts very immaturely. Okay, so there is a need to take action. There is a need to take some sort of risk here, looking at the bigger picture. Okay, so you have to see an overview of the whole thing, and that is how you can improve on the communication. Maybe taking things in the flow. Don't try to push something, but let it flow is how you can improve the communication. Okay, what does the masculine need from the feminine right now? Let's see, what does the masculine need from feminine? Seven of Cups. Okay, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. I want to take one more card out here. King of Wands. Some sort of validation. Okay, so the masculine knows that he has treated the feminine like an option, and that has created so much trouble between the two of them. There has been some sort of betrayal, but what the masculine needs right now is to let go of that anxious energy, to let go of those constant overthinking. but to solve those arguments, work towards solving those arguments here, those whatever fight has happened. All right, let's see. Is the masculine being honest with the feminine at this point? Is the masculine being honest with the feminine at this point? All right. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Seven of Swords. No, this is not honesty. This is about, he is probably scared of dealing with the situation, dealing with the emotions. He doesn't want to recognize the issues again, like what he has been doing, and that is creating this dishonesty here. He's trying to run away from the situation. I'm not going to say that they are lying to you, but they are maybe not telling you the entire truth. For some of you, it could be lies as well. Some sort of mistrust kind of an energy is here. But they don't want to, they're not able to balance between emotions and logical side is the reason they are trying to kind of run away. Lack of accountability is what I see here. Okay. Let's see what is the masculine's biggest concern about this relationship at this point. What is the masculine's biggest concern about this relationship at this point? Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Their biggest concern here, Two of Cups, is the overall energy. So this connection means a lot to the masculine. The biggest concern here is the stability. You could be working together, and one of the concerns is somebody walking away. Is this serving us at this point? It's also about, are you still there working on that partnership? So they don't know if the partnership can be worked on. If you can have that long-term stability in this connection, for some of you, families could be an influencing factor. And can we make this work, or will someone walk away? That is the major concern about this relationship here, is what I see. All right, so that was masculine. Let's see what are the feminine's energies. Let me get another deck. Okay, let's see. So what does the feminine truly feels about the masculine at this point? King of Pentacles, Judgment, Death. Three of Wands is the overall energy. So the feminine looks up to the masculine as somebody who offers her protection, who she looks up to him as somebody who she would want to be with, but she seeks this connection. She feels, again, Judgment came for the masculine as well. So there is this spiritual connection, this healing that you both are connected through, but there is also some sort of an ending that she feels that has happened to it. I'm going to take two more cards here. Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups. She deeply cares for the masculine, but with the Seven of Swords there is some manipulation, some betrayal that has happened, and which has left her to this death energy where she feels that, I don't know, probably this is the end of it kind of a thing, or maybe I need to end this because the masculine isn't taking the accountability or responsibility of their actions. Let's see, how does the feminine see the masculine? How does the feminine see the masculine at this point? Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun. See, she sees him as somebody who's vibrant, who's happy, who brings her a lot of happiness, who is full of confidence, who's probably doing well, who is focused on themselves, focused on their work at this point. Let's see what does the feminine want from this relationship? What does the feminine want from this relationship? Emperor, accountability, responsibility, the world, Ace of Wands. She wants a new beginning. Knight of Pentacles. So she wants some sort of stability, some sort of a promise, commitment, which is going to be potentially a true commitment here, okay? She wants this commitment. She wants the masculine to take the lead and take the responsibility of the man, or whatever, a woman, whatever your responsibility is in the connection. She wants to end this cycle where there is constant chaos. She wants a completion here, and then she wants a new beginning. That is what she wants from this relationship, having a new beginning, but which is based on honesty, and which is based on someone taking responsibility of their actions here. Let's see, what are the biggest strengths as per the feminine? What are the biggest strengths of this connection as per the feminine? Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay, she feels that the happy space that you both are in, how you make each other feel in each other when you both are together, the kind of energy that is there between the two of you when you are together, that is what is the biggest strength of this connection, because it makes you both feel so energetically charged that it's like you can conquer the world, kind of a thing. So those are the biggest strengths when you're together. All right, what are the biggest challenges of this connection as per the feminine? Hermit, Ten of Swords, Five of Wands. The biggest challenges are the conflicts, and the conflicts are due to some sort of betrayal. So somebody keeps betraying and then fights about it. There is someone who goes quiet. The silent treatment is another challenge. So maybe somebody is not spiritually grown up, they are not aware, and they act very immaturely. They don't reflect upon their actions, and that leads to some sort of betrayal, and that leads to a conflict. That is the biggest challenge of this relationship, that somebody, again, responsibility, accountability are the words coming to me here again. So let's see, how does the feminine thinks there can be an improvement of communication in this relationship? Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups. Okay, so someone is inconsolable about certain things that have happened in the past with this Five of Cups. Okay, so you are constantly crying over what has happened, and because you are so focused on this, you are not able to see you can create something. There's a bridge behind, and you can cross over and be where you want to be. So that needs to be taken care of, and instead of that, probably you're only fighting. There is argument happening. So maybe you need to bring a little emotion here in order to let go of these fights. Instead of fighting, show a little more empathy. Instead of listening, you need to hear the other person out as what she feels. That's how the communication can improve. Instead of just making the other person feel like you are just bullying them and they walk away, the silent treatment, all those things, if you end that, if you console the other person and Be truthful in the situation. Walk away from those unnecessary, you know, the fights, disagreements, whatever it is. That will lead to some improvement in the relationship with communication. Okay. What does the feminine needs from the masculine at this point? What does the feminine need from the masculine at this point? Knight of Pentacles, a promise, Hierophant, commitment, Nine of Wands, protection. See, the feminine at this point wants some sort of commitment. It can be slow, like you can have something which will happen after a month, 2 months, 5 years, 2 years, whatever it is, but there has to be a plan there. You cannot just keep going on with the same pattern. You have to bring something on the table. You have to offer. You have something you have to bring to the table to offer, and that has to be about stability. Marriage is another thing for a lot of people that I feel here, that there is marriage is something that you have to bring to the table in order to fix things here. You need to make the feminine feel like she's cared for. It's like, you know, she's beaten up, she's wounded, so those wounds need to be kind of healed, and you have to be the catalyst. The masculine, I mean, has to be the catalyst in order to fixing those wounds here, is what I feel. Let's see. Is the feminine being honest with the masculine right now? Is she being honest? Strength, Ten of Pentacles, and King of Cups. I think so. I don't see dishonesty here. This is about, you know, you're being emotional about something. So there is a possibility that you are not willing to deal with certain things because your emotions are haywire. But she's willing to be in a space where she's, you know, giving you that solid, secure ground. So I don't see an energy of any kind of betrayal or dishonesty here. Okay, what is the feminine's biggest concern about this relationship? Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Her biggest concern is public acknowledgement. Will this connection be publicly out? Will it be out in the open? Will she have the position, the stability that she is seeking? Will there be a decision made? Will somebody get out of their comfort zone, come towards them, offer them this stability, this, you know, recognition, this whole thing where she feels safe? That is something that is in the feminine's mind. So that was the reading, guys. Thank you for watching.